One more. Hi, I'm Jordan.
I'm Lee.
And we are the Axis of Awesome.
And you're listening to Another-Castle Jukebox.
Jukebox.
You got a new favorite show? Been watching HBO. You got a new favorite show? Been watching HBO. You got a new favorite show? Been watching HBO. You got a new favorite show? It's called Game of Thrones. Well, I read the fucking books! I said I read the fucking books! I read them years ago. So don't tell me about Jon Snow, 'cause I already know. I've got a signed copy of A Feast for Crows, then a 6-year wait for a Dance with Dragons. A 6-year wait for a Dance with Dragons. Waited 6 fucking years for a Dance with Dragons, and now you jump on the fucking bandwagon! I read the fucking books! I said I read the fucking books twice! Don't talk to me about spoilers! Winter has been coming for 16 fucking years! You motherfuckers! His name is Joffrey, not Jeffrey! Get a fucking library card! Or a Kindle! What's wrong with you people? No one reads anymore. Your imagination is a fun place to explore. Go to a library or a fucking bookstore. Take it from me, you'll enjoy the book more. Harry Potter, the book was better. The Hunger Games, the book was better. The Lord of the Rings, the books were probably better. The Cat in the Hat, the book was better. And while I'm on the topic, what the fuck is with movies based on board games? Battleship the movie, D9, I sunk your battleship, movie over, fuck off! Hollywood cannot live up to the power of imagination! Hollywood cannot live up to the power of imagination! Hollywood cannot live up to the power of imagination! Hollywood cannot live up to the power of your imagination!
G'day everyone, I'm here with the Axis of Awesome. Introduce yourself, guys.
Hi, I'm Jordan.
I'm Lee.
And we are the Axis of Awesome. It's really great.
Yeah, the joke doesn't work so well when someone else has the microphone. Thank you, I'm Benny. Hi, I'm Benny. Thank you for your respect. Thank you.
Well, nice to meet you guys. If you'd like to tell our site a little bit about who you are, how you got together, and what you do.
Yeah, we're a musical comedy act from Sydney, Australia. We got together through like cage fighting and local fight clubs, and we make musical comedy for the internet.
Yeah, I was actually the masseur for the cage fights that everybody did. These guys were champions, and you know, one thing led to another. We started writing funny songs.
I mean, although he was a masseur, he tore me apart regularly, like just wiped the floor with me.
Just some really, really like deep tissue stuff. Yeah.
Well, we're here to talk a little bit about video game music. This is, of course, Another-Castle Jukebox. If we'd just like to introduce the songs you've chosen and talk a little bit about why you've chosen them. So I'll start with you.
Don't start with me.
Go with him last, yeah. So I'm a big fan of Capcom games. I think Capcom games, particularly like 80s, 90s Capcom games, have some really, really good tunes. Big fan of Megaman, and Megaman 2 is probably one of my favorites. And the theme song from Dr. Wily's Castle from Megaman 2, the first level there, like... I remember just as a kid, I would just pause it and listen to that tune for ages. So that's mine.
And next up we have...
Hey, Lee here. So one of my favorite games is Goldeneye on the 64, which is a really good game, and we actually played it yesterday. Doesn't stand up to the test of time. It's a little bit dated, but my brother and I used to play that a lot. Shout out to Kim if you're watching. Hi, Kim. When are you going to move back to Australia? So we used to play Goldeneye a lot together, and what we'd do is we'd turn the volume down on the game and put on the Prodigy's album, Music for the Jilted Generation. So I guess my favorite game soundtrack is that, Music for the Jilted Generation. Whenever I hear Voodoo People, I think of Goldeneye. It's a really classic and iconic game soundtrack. It's a good trick. You can try it at home as well.
Great, and finally...
Today I'd like to be discussing the holding music from Mario Galaxy. The Mario Orchestra actually performs this one. It's composed by the usual composer of the Mario tunes, and it's a really great exercise in dissonance as opposed to consonance of most melodies that you'll find in gaming. See, you can see here in the transcription that I've made that you've got lots of chromatic movement, such as this enclosure around an actual chord tone, stepping either side of the B, which is part of the G chord. Similarly, on the A chord, you've got D here, which is an accented dissonance that's known as an appoggiatura. And also we have another enclosure here leaping down to a non-chord tone. This one doesn't actually resolve to a chord tone, which is one of the best things about it. You have it kind of hanging there. It's almost like a preposition left at the end of a sentence. So you can see this kind of device continues throughout. There's some good structure, good repetition. Here we actually move from the major G to the E minor 7 with the flattened fifth, so you get that excellent descending motion that you'll do through all classical music. Yeah, that's why I really enjoy the Galaxy Observatory music.
Well, I've been nodding and pretending I know what you're talking about, but that's why you guys are the musicians.
It's just important that everybody learns.
Finally, we'd like you to introduce one of your songs to our audience. Is there a song you've chosen, and tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, this is a song called Sandstorm by Darude.